1. Celtics push for Damian Lillard. Jayson Tatum leads recruitment NBA free agency 2025. 2. Breaking. Jayson Tatum recruiting Damian Lillard to Celtics. 3. Jayson Tatum's active role in recruiting Damian Lillard to Boston. 4. Damian Lillard to Celtics. Jayson Tatum's secret recruitment plan revealed. 5. Celtics recruit Damian Lillard. Jayson Tatum takes part in free agency chase. 1. Celtics push for Damian Lillard. Jayson Tatum leads recruitment NBA free agency 2025. The ongoing speculation about the Celtics' interest in acquiring Damian Lillard is rapidly intensifying, and signs suggest that this isn't just idle chatter anymore. Things are starting to look quite serious. But here's where it gets controversial. Could Boston actually pull off this high-stakes move, and what are the implications for all involved? Recent reports reveal that the Celtics' pursuit of free agent guard Damian Lillard has moved beyond simple mutual interest. In fact, Boston is actively attempting to recruit the veteran scorer, with key figures like Jayson Tatum playing a leading role in the effort. According to NBA insiders, Tatum has been personally involved in convincing Lillard to consider joining the Celtics, a notable development considering the limited market for Lillard due to his recent injury setbacks. Over the weekend, Boston Globe writer Gary Washburn shared insights from Las Vegas, emphasizing that Tatum has taken an active role in lobbying Lillard, especially since Lillard's recovery from a torn Achilles, a severe injury that sidelined him during the 2025 NBA playoffs. This injury, alongside others like Tyrese Halliburton's, influenced Milwaukee's decision to waive him earlier this summer. As Washburn points out, Lillard's status for the upcoming 2025-26 season remains uncertain. Lillard, who has been a 9-time All-Star and a Milwaukee Buck for the past 2 seasons, posted solid numbers last year, averaging 24.9 points and 7.1 assists over 58 games. Remarkably, he has maintained a streak of averaging at least 24 points and 7 assists for 6 consecutive seasons. However, that consistency will likely halt in 2025-26 due to his injury. Still, what makes this potential move intriguing is the opportunity for Boston to acquire Lillard now, at a discounted price, hoping that he'll be fully healthy and in top form by 2026, making the investment a smart long-term bet. The plan would be for the Celtics to bring Lillard into the fold initially to allow him time to recover alongside Tatum, with the expectation that both would be back to full strength in a couple of seasons. This strategic approach could allow Boston to reconfigure their roster effectively, adding 2 All-Star caliber players back into their lineup once their recoveries are complete. Such a move might be appealing to everyone involved because it's essentially a win-win. The Celtics get a high-profile star, and Lillard gets a chance to heal and then re-enter a competitive environment. Looking back, the idea of Lillard heading to Boston was once met with skepticism. Before his trade from Portland to Milwaukee, many insiders presumed he had little interest in the Celtics, and that Boston wouldn't be a realistic destination. In fact, at that time, it was considered almost laughable to imagine such a transfer happening. Fast forward a few years, and now the narrative has flipped entirely, from doubtful to highly interested, especially with Tatum's personal involvement in recruiting, which is a strong indicator that Boston's interest is genuine. So, what changed? A key factor is the friendship that has blossomed between Lillard and Tatum, which stems from their time playing together with Team USA during the 2020 Olympics. Their relationship has grown stronger over the years, as Tatum's stature as a superstar has solidified, and they've shared more moments in All-Star festivities and other NBA gatherings. This camaraderie fuels speculation that Boston might be the favorite to land Dame. As NBA analyst Brett Siegel pointed out on social media, Boston currently ranks as the top destination for Lillard, although he notes that this could shift if other teams get involved. He also emphasizes that Lillard is currently focused on rehabilitation and spending time with family, with no immediate rush to make a decision about his future. Another compelling aspect is that both Tatum and Lillard find themselves in similar phases of their careers, especially as they recover from significant injuries. Tatum has been open about how frustrating it can be to bounce back from such setbacks, and sharing this experience could create a unique bond between the two that benefits both player and team. Financially, the Celtics are positioned to make a compelling offer, with a trade opportunity that would allow them to sign Lillard to a 2-year deal using the taxpayer mid-level exception, provided they make a minor move to get below the second salary cap apron. While other teams might offer more lucrative contracts, money may no longer be the main concern for Lillard, who is set to earn $22.5 million annually from the Bucks over the next 5 years, even though he isn't expected to play for them. Celtics president of basketball operations Brad Stevens recently underscored that the team's top priority is having a healthy Tatum on the floor, especially after significant losses like trading away key players Jrue Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis, deals that many viewed as undervalued. The potential to add two all-star level stars back into their roster by 2026 could represent a game-changing move for Boston. And so, the question remains, could this strategic gamble pay off and transform the Celtics into an even more formidable contender? Or are teams like the Lakers or others already positioning to capitalize on Lillard's recovery and future potential? The truth is, this situation underscores how dynamic and unpredictable NBA roster moves have become, and it sparks an interesting debate. Is Boston making the right choice by pursuing Lillard now, or is this a risky play that could backfire? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe this bold move will change the landscape of the league, or are there better options out there? 2. Breaking: Jayson Tatum recruiting Damian Lillard to Celtics. Shockwave in Celtics Nation. Jayson Tatum has reportedly picked up the phone and started a full-court press to bring 9-time All-Star Damian Lillard to Boston. Yes, you read that right. While rehabbing his own torn Achilles, the franchise cornerstone is simultaneously trying to reshape the roster's future. But here's where it gets controversial. Can the Celtics truly afford, financially and strategically, to squeeze another superstar, who is also recovering from a serious injury, into an already tax-strapped lineup? What's happened so far? The Celtics have already packed this summer with fireworks. Jrue Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis were shipped out in separate deals, reshaping both the backcourt and the frontcourt. Luke Kornet secured a surprising 4-year payday with the San Antonio Spurs. Veteran Al Horford is widely expected to chart a new course, with rumors swirling about a potential link to Golden State. Inbound talent includes dynamic scorer Anthony Simons, sharpshooting forward Georges Niang, and intriguing first-round rookie Hugo Gonzalez. And this is the part most people miss. Despite all that movement, Boston may still be plotting its biggest swing of the offseason, uniting Tatum with Lillard, the very player known league-wide for those cold-blooded Dame-time daggers. The Tatum-Lillard connection. Their relationship isn't new. The two first teamed up at the 2021, held in 2021 but officially the 2020, Tokyo Olympics, winning gold with Team USA. They reunited again as East teammates at the 2024 and 2025 All-Star Games. Off the court, the pair have forged a friendship rooted in shared competitiveness and, most recently, shared misfortune. Both ruptured Achilles tendons during the 2024-25 playoffs. Current projections peg each to miss most, or possibly all, of the 2025-26 NBA season. Lillard's status and price tag. After being waived by the Milwaukee Bucks, the 34-year-old cleared waivers last week and officially hit unrestricted free agency. The contract math is staggering. He is still owed $112.6 million over the next 2 campaigns, money Milwaukee must pay regardless of where he signs next. This quirk allows Lillard to ring chase on a bargain contract if he chooses. Boston's cap gymnastics explained in plain English. The Celtics' books are crowded. They currently carry 15 players, though 2 spots, rookies Jordan Walsh and J.D. Davison, have non-guaranteed or partially guaranteed deals. Here's the financial menu. 1. Veterans minimum, roughly $3 million, which Boston can offer immediately. 2. Taxpayer mid-level exception, MLE about $5.7 million, available only if the front office trims more salary and stays under the league's dreaded second apron. Exceeding that threshold restricts every tool for roster tinkering, from sign-and trades to certain exceptions. Given Boston's repeater tax status, ownership has historically been cautious, yet snagging a talent like Lillard at a discount could sway their calculus. Potential domino moves. Waive or trade a non-guaranteed contract to open a roster spot. Dump a medium-sized salary, think Peyton Pritchard or a recently acquired role player, to stay clear of the second apron. Reassess timelines. With both Lillard and Tatum rehabbing, Boston might punt on a deep 2025-26 run but assemble a devastating core for 2026-27. Lillard's on-court production, before injury. Last season with Milwaukee, Lillard averaged 24.9 points, 7.1 assists, 4.7 rebounds, and 1.2 steals in 36.1 minutes per game over 58 contests. He shot 44.8% from the field, 37.6% from 3, and a sparkling 92.1% at the free throw line, elite efficiency that would slot perfectly next to Tatum's versatile scoring. Why it matters. 1. Playmaking boost. Boston occasionally stalls in half-court offense without a downhill creator. Lillard instantly solves that. 2. Clutch factor. Dame time could alleviate late-game load from Tatum and Jaylen Brown, whose isolation sets sometimes grow predictable. 3. Risk factor. 2 superstars coming off Achilles tears. History shows mixed results. Think Kevin Durant, successful, versus Kobe Bryant or DeMarcus Cousins, less so. A counterpoint worth debating. Some analysts argue the Celtics should invest minutes and money in developing Simons, Gonzalez, and their other young pieces instead of chasing a 34-year-old star on the back end of a max deal. Wouldn't those resources be better spent shoring up the frontcourt depth or future draft capital? Call to action, have your say. Is a discounted Damian Lillard the missing piece that pushes Boston back atop the NBA mountain, or is this an emotional overreach that could hamstring roster flexibility for years? Which side are you on? Team, bring Dame to Beantown, or team, stay the course? Drop your take, agree or disagree, and let's get the debate roaring. 3. Jayson Tatum's active role in recruiting Damian Lillard to Boston. In a stunning development that could reshape the NBA landscape, Celtics superstar Jayson Tatum is taking an active role in what might be the most intriguing recruitment effort of 2025, bringing Damian Lillard to Boston. Despite facing his own career challenges with a recent Achilles injury, Tatum isn't sitting idle. According to the Boston Globe's Gary Washburn, the Celtics forward is actively working behind the scenes to convince the 9-time All-Star to consider Boston as his next destination. But here's where things get interesting. The two stars share more than just a desire to compete for championships. Their connection dates back to the delayed 2020 Olympics, where they formed a bond as Team USA teammates. In an unexpected twist of fate, both players suffered Achilles tears this April, leading to a deeper personal connection. They've even sought advice together from Kevin Durant about recovering from this notorious injury, as evidenced by their recent social media interactions and Durant's public comments. This isn't Tatum's first attempt to bring Lillard to Beantown. Back in 2023, he made a similar pitch, but Lillard ultimately landed with the Bucks. However, circumstances have changed dramatically. Now 35 and coming off a buyout from Milwaukee worth $112 million, Lillard's priorities might be different this time around. Here's where the financial chess match begins. While the Celtics are cap-strapped, they could potentially offer Lillard the taxpayers' mid-level exception, $5.685 million, if they manage to move Anthony Simons' contract. This might give them an edge over other interested parties like the Warriors and Lakers, who face their own salary cap constraints. But the most compelling aspect might be the timing. With both Tatum and Lillard likely missing most of the 2025-26 season, they could potentially return together for a championship run in 2026-27. The Celtics' core championship group, including Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, and Sam Hauser, remains under contract for that season. For Lillard, who's reached the conference finals just once in his illustrious career, joining a proven championship contender might be too tempting to pass up. Before his injury, he was still performing at an elite level, averaging 24.9 points and 7.1 assists per game with the Bucks. But here's the controversial question that's dividing NBA fans: would adding Lillard to an already championship-caliber Celtics team make them unstoppable, or would having two players returning from major injuries be too risky? What do you think about this potential super team formation? Share your thoughts below. Is this the move that could define the next era of Celtics basketball? 4. Damian Lillard to Celtics. Jayson Tatum's secret recruitment plan revealed. Imagine a powerhouse team with not 2, but 3 of the league's top scorers, a scenario that's not just a fantasy, but a real possibility if Jayson Tatum succeeds in recruiting Damian Lillard to join the Boston Celtics. But here's where it gets interesting. Lillard, a 9-time All-Star, was unexpectedly released by the Milwaukee Bucks earlier this summer, and he's now an unrestricted free agent, open to signing with a new team under the right conditions. And this is the part most people miss. Despite suffering a serious Achilles injury during the playoffs, just like Tatum, Lillard is reportedly considering his options, with the Celtics being one of the top 3 teams on his list. The question on everyone's mind is, will Lillard choose to sit out the upcoming season without a team, or will he join forces with Tatum and Jaylen Brown to create a formidable trio? The answer lies in the financials, as the Celtics would need to make it work within their budget, potentially offering Lillard either the veteran's minimum or a mid-level exception. But what if this move sparks a controversy? Could it be seen as a desperate attempt to rebuild, or a strategic move to retool the team? The Celtics' president of operations, Brad Stevens, has already stated that the team is not using the term rebuild, but rather retooling, which raises more questions than answers. As Kevin Durant, who has overcome his own Achilles injury, recently said, "Those guys are cut from a cloth that they're rare individuals. This is just a little stoppage in their journey that they're just going to have to sit down and lock in on." The real question is, will Lillard take Durant's advice and lock in on his recovery, or will he join the Celtics and create a new era of dominance in the NBA? We want to hear from you. Do you think the Celtics should take a chance on Lillard, or is this a risky move that could backfire? Share your thoughts in the comments below. 5. Celtics recruit Damian Lillard. Jayson Tatum takes part in free agency chase. In a surprising turn of events, Damian Lillard has officially entered free agency after being released by the Milwaukee Bucks last week. This unexpected move has opened the door for several teams, including the Boston Celtics, to express interest in signing the talented point guard. Notably, Celtics star Jayson Tatum is reportedly taking an active role in recruiting Lillard to Boston, as highlighted by Gary Washburn from the Boston Globe. Both Lillard and Tatum are currently facing significant challenges, as Tatum is expected to miss a substantial portion, if not all, of the upcoming season due to a torn Achilles injury. Their connection stems from their time together on Team USA basketball, where they developed a strong rapport. While the Celtics are keen on bringing Lillard into the fold, they are not the only contenders in the mix. The Golden State Warriors and Los Angeles Lakers have also shown interest in the star guard. However, Lillard finds himself in a unique position as he embarks on a lengthy rehabilitation process. With the Bucks having stretched the remaining $112.6 million owed to him over the next 2 seasons, Lillard has the luxury of taking his time to evaluate his options before making a decision on his next team. The Celtics are currently navigating a retooling phase, largely due to Tatum's injury and the departure of 4 other key rotation players through trades or free agency. At present, Boston has a full roster of 15 players, but 2 of those contracts are either non-guaranteed or partially guaranteed: Jordan Walsh and J.D. Davison. This means the Celtics could offer Lillard the veteran's minimum salary at any time. Alternatively, if they make further cost-cutting trades to stay below the second apron, they could potentially extend the taxpayer mid-level exception of $5.7 million to him. However, given Tatum's injury and the looming repeater tax penalties, it seems unlikely that Boston would utilize that exception this season. Still, signing a player of Lillard's caliber at a discounted rate could significantly alter their financial landscape. Interestingly, Lillard might choose to delay his signing until closer to the start of the next season, as he will continue to receive all of his guaranteed money from the Bucks regardless of his decision. Last season, Lillard, who is now 34 years old, averaged an impressive 24.9 points and 7.1 assists over 58 games with the Bucks. However, his season was marred by health issues, including a blood clot in his calf that sidelined him for part of March and April. He did manage to return for the playoffs but only played 3 games before suffering an Achilles tear during a first-round series against the Indiana Pacers. As the Celtics look to reshape their roster, the potential addition of Lillard could be a game-changer. What do you think? Should the Celtics pursue Lillard aggressively, or would it be wiser to focus on other options given Tatum's injury? Share your thoughts in the comments.